Come on in. Come on in. Don't be shy. Are we kind of angled weird or what's going on?
Yeah, it says low network connection.
Let's just say cancel that.
This one, the comments is sideways.
Technical problem, but don't worry, we are on the
Yeah,
ball.
that's right. All right,
taking
come on,
care
folks.
of.
Hi, folks. I'm
Wow.
Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
And
therapist.
together we have the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Again, our opinion, of course,
Hey,
Bob.
Brad, we're going to talk about 14 fabulous foam roller exercises to get knots out, full body.
And
By
to
the way,
go.
Brad, I would be remiss if I didn't say I've never heard you. Brad came up with this title, by the way. I've never heard him use the word fabulous. I would venture to say you've never used that word in the last 5 years.
But I think we better get out of the video, Bob. I like that word. It just was saving it for the right.
All right, well, yeah,
video.
you surprised me. All right, so the way things are going to work, we're going to go ahead and do the program. And then after the program, we're going to go ahead and take questions and answers, hopefully both on Facebook and on YouTube. And by the way, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. Go over to YouTube. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, if you haven't already, go over to Facebook, and welcome to the people who are joining us from Facebook. And make sure you like us there, because Brad and I, you've heard the story. It's not fun.
Over and over
It's
again.
also not true, but Brad and I, as children, we're not liked, and we're trying to turn things around. All right, Brad, you came up with these exercises. In order to do them, you first need a foam roller, don't you?
Right, you do, and if you want to get a good quality foam roller, you can get one at OPTP. They have different
We have a
varieties
list
of them.
below in our products, our Amazon products, yeah, and they have different densities, don't they, Brad?
Right. So,
Somebody made a comment here, you guys are sideways.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
well, we're sideways.
Okay, Brad,
That's the
you
way
talk.
that's the way we live. Okay, so they have the Axis model, which is this black one and this gray one, and the color is the density difference. Okay, should I turn my head sideways? The darker the color on this is, the more dense. This is a pretty dense one, a little more aggressive. The gray one is a little softer, and then they have the Pro Roller series, which costs a little bit more, but they're a much nicer roller, and we really like them. It's worth the extra money, in my opinion. These are all commercial grade. They will last a long time. You can clean them if they get a little dirty, and they just work great. So, I don't know.
I think we're gonna have to cut Facebook.
We're going sideways,
Yeah,
huh?
we're going
A
sideways.
technical problem.
Yeah, sorry.
Too bad we didn't major in IT, but that's all right. We're therapists.
Sorry about that, people on Facebook. We're gonna stick with YouTube. So, okay, here we go.
Why the Facebook? Okay, Bob. Now, you're going to do this not on a hard, shiny floor. You almost have to do it on a rubberized floor or a carpeted floor. Most people at home don't have rubberized floor, but a lot of people do have carpet or a big throw rug.
Which one are we doing first, Brad?
We're going to work on the spine, and we're going to do some rolling. This is our classic one that we both Bob and I really enjoy and benefit from.
Brad and I do not roll all the way into the lumbar spine.
Precisely, Bob.
We're gonna stick right in the mid-thoracic area only, because it's.
If you go down to your low back area, it's going to be painful, and it's not going to help. Just stay away from it.
We're just not believers in it. It just doesn't work.
Right.
So
Okay, so
that's number one.
now you're going to stay in the same position for number two, but we're going to actually work. They won't see. You can try it, Bob, but they're going to see it best from this camera angle. Is where you actually just relax and arch your back.
All right, I'm gonna go like this.
You can slightly roll. Get that extension throughout that thoracic spine, that upper mid back. And that's a really nice way to work the back, because we spend so much time slouched forward in front of the computer and the nice soft cushy chairs and everything else we do. We need to get that spine working in the opposite direction. And that's normal motion for the back. So it's not like we're distorting it or anything. Okay, ready for the next one?
Yes,
Bob?
I am, Brad.
Excellent.
By the way, I'm going to just interject, Brad. If you are watching us on YouTube, if you go down to the subscribe button, there's a little bell shape there.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you click on that, you will always be notified when we're having a live event.
Sure.
So just
Yeah.
to Gotta throw that in there.
If you're at work, just tell them, hey, Bob and Brad are on. I gotta watch.
It's time.
Yeah. So this one, you need a 3-foot roller for this, by the way. They do sell them at 16 or 18 inches, but you need the 3-foot one. I would just get that one because it's so more versatile. And you're gonna lay on it, Bob. Yep, there we go. You can see it as I'm laying. And now
This is a great passive one to do, Brad. You can just lay here and stretch. This is a great stretch for almost everyone to do throughout the day. Some of you may have trouble getting your head down onto the roller, and you may want to purchase that arch
right
the
here.
Pro Roller arch, or you can use a pillow.
Yeah, you can use a pillow. You could take a towel and fold it and roll it up. This is really handy. Just it's made for it. It fits right on the roller. It's comfortable and it just works well.
We have some of our patients. This is the treatment we have them do because it actually helps stretch everything out, puts everything in alignment at the end of the day.
I like doing this one at the end of one of my workouts, and I'll just relax like this.
I have it with people who have thoracic outlet syndrome. I have them do this one. So
you can put your arms out like this
and stretch,
or do like you do the football thing when they make a touchdown. You can kind of go in that position, get a little more shoulder stretch.
the refs.
Yeah, umpires, refs, what do they say?
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Next one, Brad.
now we're gonna go to triceps. Get those triceps. That's a nice way. How do you work your triceps? If you want to work some knots out of those muscles, you can do it like this. It's kind of like, if you're watching TV on your side. I haven't watched TV.
Well,
like
actually,
this
I'm a little tight on that one.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you do both sides. You can
I got to try the other one. Let's see if that one's just as tight.
compare and contrast. That's what I used to have to do in college. You have to write papers. Could you compare and contrast?
I wonder if people think this is strange watching a bunch of 50-year-olds roll around on the floor.
Yeah. Well, one way or another, we're getting the job done. Bob.
That's right.
Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to go is on your hands and knees, kind of. And we're
Okay.
going to work the forearms. And this is a place where you can get, if you got tendonitis or tennis elbow or golfer's elbow.
Yeah.
So you're going to go palms up is going to get the extensors. That would be the golfer's elbow. Is that right, Bob? Yeah.
No, that would be tennis elbow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Now, I
Palm
like
up
to just
would be
do
tennis elbow.
I like to do one at a time.
Yeah, because you can get a little more onto the side.
Yeah.
then.
And then you can use the other hand for pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that works pretty good.
It actually works pretty good.
Oh, yes.
I'm surprised.
Then do the palm down.
We're teaching something of worth.
Well, wow. It happens once in a while. We get lucky. There we go. Make sure you can do both arms as well. Compare and contrast as well.
Even if you have carpal tunnel syndrome, I would try something like this. Even though the carpal tunnel, a lot of times the problem is at the wrist, a lot of times the forearms are very tight on such a person.
Right.
And if you like to game a lot, I know a lot of you guys out there like to play, one of those gaming, I don't know any names. I don't game at all.
I thought you were talking about, the slot machine.
No, that would probably do it too.
All right, we're going to move to the hip, Bob.
Okay.
We're going to work the hip abductor just above the hip. There's a muscle between that and your pelvis bone, and you're going to get right in there. So if you're going over the top of your hip bone, you'll feel that, and that's not where you want to be. That's going to get your versa. We don't want that. We want the muscle just about there's a hollow spot in there.
So we're off the point of the hip. We're up a little bit higher between the belt line and the hip, basically, is what for most people. I can show it on me, Brad.
You can?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Here's the point. So be right from here to here.
I thought you were going to
No.
Yeah, that's good. We don't want to have that kind of thing going on.
It's a family show.
All right. But this is nice. This is really a muscle that can tighten up. And if you do have bursitis in your hip, this would be a nice way to get that muscle loosened up to take the pressure off that bursa. Okay.
All right. Where are we next now?
This is, if you got stenosis, this is a really nice way to flex your lumbar spine to gap the facet joints, which are the problem with lumbar stenosis.
So we're not on the low back. We're on the pelvis, right, Brad?
Yeah, actually, you're on the sacrum. You're going to go like this. And then, it's the pelvis or sacrum. And so it's below the belt line. It should feel comfortable. I do have stenosis, and this really feels good. And I wanted to make sure anybody else that had it had that benefit of doing it. So you're going to go like this, and you just you lay there. You can pull one knee to your chest at a time to help stretch it. Are you doing it, Bob?
Yeah, I actually do like this. This feels good.
Oh, yeah. It's unique, easy to do. It's not...
This is one that I would try if you have an SI problem, too.
Sure, yeah.
And you might even push down with this knee. You might grab onto it and push down while you're pushing up with this one.
Oh, yeah, the muscle energy technique.
Yeah.
You know, I like to do this. I like to roll right to left a little bit on my SIs.
Yeah.
That feels good. Yeah, the roller is a wonderful tool. Doesn't that football player use these all the time, Bob?
Yeah, Tom Brady. He
40 years old, and this is one of his primary tools to use.
He likes muscle pliability. He
Yeah.
believes in it, and he uses a vibrating foam roller, I guess.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So high-end stuff.
Now, last time we mentioned his name, there was a few comments. They said they liked your video until you mentioned him. But
Sorry about that.
Yeah, whatever.
We're just fans of his workout.
Yeah, okay. I know. I heard he's a nice guy. I don't know him myself, but
Uh,
hip abductor, the media. Oops, IT
no,
band.
IT band. Yeah. So now we're going up again. Stay off the point of the shoulder. Just kind of roll from this point down.
Right. This one, you have to be arm up here, this foot here, so you can adjust the pressure, because it can be uncomfortable. And this one is where you have the soft density roller is very helpful.
Yeah, again, for most people, I would say they like the soft one better.
In general,
Yeah.
I agree, Bob. You know, if you're one of those big, muscular, beefy guys that
Have trouble getting through.
yeah, they might like the hard one, the real dense one. And part of that is just because testosterone and ego. I want the tough one.
Make it hurt.
I'm just saying that,
Hurts so good.
but it's probably true. Okay, we want to do the pure formis, Bob.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
How
The
we
pure
do that?
formis, right between the hip and the sacrum, and that muscle belly there. We're going to do it like this. You can roll it like this, Bob, or you can go like this. But you have to put your body at an angle.
Yeah.
And then you'll feel it get in. It's right underneath the gluteus maximus. So you're getting through the gluteus maximus muscle, and then you're going to hit that pure formis.
With the piriformis, quite often what you find is that you might be getting pain down your leg because it's pressing over the sciatic nerve. So in that case, you might want to massage, roll around the piriformis first. But if you can tolerate it, if it doesn't hurt too much, you can go on the piriformis.
Right. And you'll start out gently, like I have more weight through my hands and my feet so I can control the intensity of the massage.
And then I can put full weight on it.
Yeah, you can get as aggressive as you would like.
Oh, that works out good. That's a good massage for that.
Okay. Now, why don't we go to the quadriceps?
All right.
This is one where you need to get prone on your tummy. Actually, you're not going to be laying on your stomach, but so the roller is on your quadriceps. You do not want to go over your kneecap. You'll know because it's very painful. So don't, you get close to the kneecap, roll the other direction.
Well, this is one I probably should be doing, Brad. I can really feel this one pretty good.
Yeah. Now you can roll like this, and you can work. If you work one leg at a time, it can get aggressive. So you can adjust the pressure. I'm on my forearm. Both Bob and I are on my forearm. Bob has his feet up. He's putting a lot of pressure.
I'm doing a little bit of a stretch along with the rolling.
Yeah.
So you're kind of getting double duty there. That actually works pretty good. Now you can get, you can go to the outside of the quad, inside of the quad.
Just by rotating the
legs around.
Or the hips, the body. Now, probably this one is going to be one of the most popular ones is the hamstrings.
Oh, yeah.
People really have oftentimes tight hamstrings. They tighten up, they cramp up. They're a problem muscle in the body. They're probably between the hamstring and the calf muscle. They're the ones that probably
tight hamstring can definitely lead to back pain too.
Right. So you can do it both hamstrings at once. And for me, I know this is not aggressive enough, so I cross one leg over, and then the bottom one obviously gets more pressure and aggressive. And relax the leg that's getting the massage. If you tighten your hamstrings up when you do this, it's not going to be near as effective as if you can.
By the way, I have to say, Brad, this is fabulous.
Say no more. All those knots that were in your body prior to this are leaving one muscle group at a time. You're becoming more relaxed. Remember to breathe. Oh, enjoy the roller. Enjoy the time you have with
You keep going, Brad. I'm going to start looking at questions.
Yeah,
all right?
yep. Because we're going to go drop on down to the calf muscle, which is another famous muscle group. I have a lot of people, particularly older people, they talk about, or people that exercise a lot, cramping in the calves. So, in particular at night, if you ever had a calf muscle cramp at night, it wakes you up and makes you stand up and really disturbs your sleeping pattern. But this would be a nice thing to do before you go to sleep, is to roll those calf muscles, get those cramps out of there. You can do both legs at a time. If that's not aggressive enough, again, cross over.
Somebody was asking about the rumble roller, Brad. I take it that they're talking about the ones with the treads, I'm guessing.
The treads or the ribbed.
Ribbed,
yeah. That's another option. We don't have that here, but I think
they're all fine.
Yep.
I mean, they're more aggressive.
Right.
And you certainly can go that route. I would probably, if you've never done it before, I probably wouldn't start with those.
Good point. That's a really
I
good
would probably
point.
start with a soft one.
Right.
And then if you get to the point where you really want to work things, then you can start getting to those more aggressive types.
Yeah. When you just by the name of it, rumble roller, you can tell it sounds a little more aggressive. Now, I got through the calf, Bob. I'm going to go to the shin. You know, if you got some shin splints, or the muscles in the front of that leg below the knee, that muscle belly, you got your shin bone. It's just to the outside of that. You can push in. There's a lot of meat there, a lot of muscle. We're going to roll that out. Bob, you got something to say? Or
No, somebody was wondering where to get the mats from. These mats are from FEI. It's a catalog company. But we do have a mat below that they make, and it's in our description. In our link of our Amazon, we have one of their mats that are pretty decent.
Yeah.
Mat. It's not as big as these are, but if you click on that, they might maybe give you that option of where to look for these.
Yeah, these are
more commercial type.
commercial duty.
Yeah.
One thing about when you're rolling the shin is you're going to have to only do one leg at a time because you have to go at an angle. Because you don't want to go on the shin bone itself. So one leg at a time is the only option you really have. So I'm trying to show that here from the front view. Yeah, Bob, I can see myself right there. Just like a mirror. But it's really not a mirror.
It's really scary.
Anything else, Bob? I got one more after this.
All right. Somebody wants to have exercises to make their arms and legs slim. We'll have to talk about that.
Well, yeah, you want to slim down. You're not going to do a lot of heavy weights and low repetitions. It's going to be higher,
you want to do
repetitions.
20,
30 repetitions are like swimming, running longer distances.
Right. So you're going to do, you might do 25 reps of a strengthening one.
Right.
Too.
Yep.
And that'll help tone things out. And also, always diet plays a big role in trying to slim them down.
Yeah.
So.
Now, the last one I want to show is doing the lateral or the side, right where the stripe is on my pant. That's why I got these white stripes. And I'm going to go right on that white stripe below the knee, between the knee and the ankle. And this is one you're probably not going to bear a lot of weight through. So I'm going to work it here. And that's an area where you can get some knots working in and tighten up. And you can rotate your leg, toes up, toes down, depending on where you need it. You'll know where the knot is. I can feel it right there. I've got a trigger point knot. I'm going to work it. When you do get on that spot with any of these, you're going to work it for 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how it responds. You can go much longer if it's responding well and relaxing. What do you say, Bob?
All right, Brad, someone was wondering if you could do the psoas muscle.
Oh, yeah, good question.
Right, Brad's going to go ahead and do the.
I wanted to keep it to 14, Bob, but that was going to be the 15th. But if someone brought it up, we might as well.
So he's going to show. Someone wants to know if you can stretch or foam roll the psoas muscle.
Right. Now, this is a little controversial because the psoas is deep.
Yeah.
The roller is not going to get onto it like your quadricep, but you can foam roll over that with the hopes that it's going to get some pressure to that deep psoas muscle. So you're going to only do one side at a time. You're not going to roll flat. You're going to tilt to one side. I'm going to do my right side first. It's just below the belt line. And then I can roll over this way and a little more weight on there. I'm going to put all the weight to my toes and up here. And you're going to roll back and forth about 3 or 4 inches. you'll feel the hollow spot that you can get in there deeper with. That hip flexor psoas, iliopsoas.
Yeah, so someone was asking, Brad, can we do these with if you have trouble with the labrum of your hip? And I would say yes, you can.
Sure.
I don't think that it's not going to make anything worse. The other thing I would caution you, and I don't want to screw up your diagnosis or anything, but it's very common with an MRI to find a labrum problem, and it doesn't always mean that that's causing your pain. We found, I don't remember the exact stats. I'm actually going to do this video next week, so I don't remember the exact statistics off the top of my head. But they found a torn labrum or something with the labrum in a large amount of cases of people who had no pain.
Right.
So
yeah, as a matter of fact, we got another video that I put out a month or two ago. If you put Bob and Brad labrum, hip labrum. See what we have, and you get some more information.
Yeah, because
you said we got another one coming up next week.
It's hard to diagnose a labrum problem.
Yeah, it really is.
A lot of times they don't know what's really going on until they get in there. So, all right, I'm going on a little further to see if there's anything else.
Seeing how we've got a little time, you can.
Quadratus Lumborum release.
The QL. That's in the lumbar spine. That's what we like to stay away from.
Yeah.
I would
just go ahead and stretch it.
Right.
I mean, and there's a lot of different ways to stretch it. I like stretching it over the ball.
Right.
But
this is what I would use.
If
you don't want to stretch and you just want to get into that muscle.
Yeah, you want to show that, Brad?
Yeah, use the tennis ball. You can use this. You can use a lacrosse ball. You could use a baseball, a hard ball, I suppose. That might be a little aggressive. But that quadratus lumborum is to the side of the spine and just above that iliac crest or above the belt line. There's a hollow spot. And that's what I would recommend versus the roller, because that roller on the lumbar spine, as we mentioned, we just do not like that.
And you can also just do a plain old stretch of the quadratus lumborum,
Sure.
which is, you can go cross-legged like this, and you can go over like this and bring the other arm like this, and I'm not rotating. I'm just going off to the side, and I am tighter on this side. And you're going to see this. You see how I'm not going not nearly as far this way as I do this way. I really do need to stretch this side more. We just did a video. It's going to be coming out. 7 stretches for the quadratus lumborum.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to make sure you subscribe to us if you haven't already.
Right. Don't want to miss it.
Don't want to miss it.
Brad's got to tie his shoe. Actually, I was going to take it off, but go ahead, ask another one.
One's wondering if it's okay for me to do these if I have scoliosis. I would say, yeah, that's fine.
Right. You shouldn't experience pain. If you're dependent on your scoliosis, you get over the right spot, it might be uncomfortable.
That's right. Always stay away from pain.
Right. This is the type of thing we're working on muscles. You don't want to go directly over a bone. The roller is designed
and
to go
again,
over
we're
muscles.
not having you go over the low back.
Right.
So, and I'm not even sure how you would tolerate this with the mid. I'd probably stay away from the back completely with scoliosis.
Right.
Brad?
Right. Scoliosis can vary so much just by going over the internet. It's hard to give specific individual advice. So you may want to, see a therapist to be sure.
All right. I think we're going to call it there, Brad. Sorry to the people on Facebook. I don't know how to apologize to them because we're already they're gone. But we'll try to get things figured out so that works out next week. So
why the Facebook, Bob?
I don't know.
Always the
Facebook was weird this day. Sorry about that.